East kind of themed basketball
Yeah.
playoff here.
Yep. Let them play for sure.
A lot of physicality, a lot of kind of guys going at each other too. There's been technicals, there's been flagrants, there's been a lot of shit talking. It's been crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I guess it's understandable if they're gonna let. I mean, if they're gonna let them play like this, why they don't do that all year in the regular season? Because there wouldn't be anybody left come playoff time. But it's definitely made the playoffs a lot more exciting to watch.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
I mean, it's weird because it seems like the league as a whole, as soon as the playoffs started, it's like, I mean, with obviously some exceptions, but for the most part, it's like, okay, neither team likes each other, and that's that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't
It's
know,
been
it's
growing
awesome.
up in that era too, playing in that era as well. It's been fun for
Yeah,
me to see that type of play. I love it.
yeah. Sure.
We're gonna start in the
Celtics
East. It's
Celtics
been
missed the memo though.
what's going on with them, man? They've had the two 20-point, 20-digit, 20-point leads gone. Game one, they had a 23-point lead in the third, and
Yep.
Knicks came back all the way back. Jalen Brunson again does what he has done all year. Had a clutch three, made a couple
Hmm.
clutch free throws. Game two, same thing. They have a last second shot, and I think I might be in the minority here, but they say Jason Tatum's superstar status, right?
Yeah.
I just don't like his shot selection late in games. He always looks to try to shoot a three. Okay, so he did try to drive in that last play, but you're going against a guy who's all defense, Mikal Bridges, and he wasn't even looking to pass. You could tell he was going to take it the whole way, and he ends
Yep.
up getting a fadeaway shot and it gets blocked. It's like
Yep.
I just don't like his game down the stretch. What do you think? Have you seen kind of the same thing with him? Like late in games, he always tries to settle for a three.
I mean, he tries to settle for a three, and I don't. The guy's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't see him as the guy in the fourth quarter or taking the last shot of the game. So yeah, he definitely fades in the fourth. But yeah, I mean, they had plenty of opportunities. His shooting was absolute garbage, and he
Yeah,
wasn't just threes he was missing a lot of. I mean, I think he's game one he shot 30% total,
yeah, yep. It was bad.
and like 25% in game two.
My problem was he didn't even look to pass. Like he dribbled around the 3-point line, looked for his screen. He dribbled it on the right block, brought it back out,
Yep.
dribbled all the way over to the left block, and at that point there's what, a second left. He throws it
Mhm.
up, shot gets blocked, game over. It's like they didn't. And the funny thing is they didn't call timeout. You see that they let him
Mhm.
go. They had a timeout left,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I just think Jalen Brown should get some chances in that situation late in games.
Yeah. I mean, he's the MVP. Yeah.
But I mean, everybody just likes to pedestalize Tatum too. Just because
Yeah.
he scores a lot of points and he does he did win a championship, but it's like, would you put him in the top 10, right? Would you put him in the top 10?
It depends on which version of him you're getting.
See, that's exactly what I was gonna say. He's to me, he's just inconsistent.
Yeah.
You don't know what he's gonna be like. Some nights he drives to the hoop, aggressive, gets to the line. Some days he settles for threes and shoots 2 of 19.
Yeah.
Some games he's getting rebounds, passing the ball around. Some games he has 4 rebounds and like 1 assist.
Yeah.
See, I don't know,
Yeah. I don't
but
know.
they're in trouble. It's going back to New York, and it's 2-zip Knicks.
One thing that we didn't quite think about when we were talking about the Detroit series and how the Knicks were playing kind of like I mean, they were playing like wusses basically. From you know, they
Yeah,
weren't ready for Detroit's physicality, and like
yeah,
they there's so many close games where I think the Knicks were like, wow, we actually have to really really try in order to beat these guys.
yeah,
And Detroit was so good that I think backs up against the wall every single night. I mean, obviously the Knicks kind of scraped by in that series, but one thing I don't think we really like even thought of as a byproduct of that series was it would get the Knicks ready for the Celtics.
and they have shown up like the Celtics are like shying away from any contact.
Yeah,
Like the
because
Knicks came out and they're like, "Oh my god, this team is physical. We do not like
yeah,
this at all."
exactly,
Yeah,
which is
like you
exactly
said.
what Detroit did
Yep,
against the Knicks, and now the
yep,
Knicks are doing it against Boston. So I honestly thought like, just like we talked about, if the Knicks barely scrape by against Detroit, what are they going to do against Boston? I think it's kind of, I'm definitely way more leaning towards, I don't think the Knicks were taking Detroit seriously. And as a
yeah,
result, they had to try a lot harder than they thought. And
yeah,
then obviously they were getting pissed off, towards the end of that series. Like they were getting pissed off because they're like, these fuckers just won't go away.
yeah.
Like it turned them all into some dogs, and now they're taking it out on the Celtics, which was definitely unexpected.
And
'Cause
I
I thought the
think
Celtics were gonna whoop their asses.
and I think the Celtics. I don't think the Celtics are taking the Knicks too lightly. I just think the Knicks are just in the fourth quarter. They just turn it on. They turn on another gear, and the thing was, when did the Knicks make their run? They made their run when they took Towns out of the game. Towns was in foul trouble. They took him out. They go on a 13-0 run. When they go to that small lineup, they're hard to beat because they're quick,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Boston cannot stay with them right now.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
OG can shoot, Bridges can shoot, Brunson can shoot. Uh, when Towns is in there, he can shoot. But I think they need to go to that smaller lineup. I think quicker to try to get a better start.
Yeah. Maybe.
And
Maybe.
Towns
But
just he cannot stay out of foul trouble any game. And then he always throws his hands up. Oh, what I do is like, well, you hit
yeah.
him over the
He'll,
side of the head.
yeah, he'll just elbow somebody right in the fucking jaw, and then he's like,
Yeah,
I don't know. You're like, what? How am I
yeah,
getting fouled?
yeah. The LeBron
So
thing
you
where he
just
like
attack the
freaks
guy.
out too. LeBron does that a lot too. Luca does that. A lot of guys do that.
I feel
Edwards
like all
does
the
that
best
too.
players in the league do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they never
All the best
fall,
players.
right? They never fall.
Yeah. Well, they really think they got away with it.
Yeah, the replay shows you nailed the guy in the head. What did I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like
Classic
Draymond
Draymond
again
move.
tonight. Did you see how he reacted on his elbow to the face of Nas Reed?
No, I don't think so. No. Of
Well, he got another technical tonight. It was a
course.
Reed fouled him, kind of hit him on the arm, and they called it. And then he came
Uh,
back and hit him right with his forearm to the face. And he
Jesus.
went nuts. He was like he was gonna fight the ref. Like he didn't agree
Yeah.
with it, but I think he's pretty close to getting suspended now. I think one more, he might get suspended. I think he's pretty close.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
So
he's got to
yeah,
do it. He's got to do it at least one game a series. Like you know him.
yeah, he's got a.
He's on his bullshit, so he's gonna get probably suspended for game 5. Just watch.
And tonight it was a 25-7 start by the Wolves, and you could see Curry and Kerr just telling Draymond, don't get thrown out of this game. We need you. And now the Warriors are starting off hot here in the third quarter. Got the lead down to 7 now.
Oh damn.
After the Wolves were up, I think 15 at half, set much as about 20. But so it's going back to New York 2-0, which very shocking. And that game is they have 2 days off, so that game's Saturday. Saturday get the matinee game 2:30 p.m.
Nice.
And the other Eastern Conference game I think is even more surprising than
Yeah.
Because game two, I have to admit, I went to sleep. I thought the Cavs had it.
Everybody thought the Cavs. Dude, they had a 99.999% chance of winning.
Did they really? Was that the odds?
Dude, they were up by like 6 with 45 seconds left. Or they're up by 8, I think.
I
So
think
it's
it
like,
was
yeah,
like
they're gonna
99,
win.
93 or something, wasn't it? Like under a minute to play.
It might have been 6. Yeah, something like that.
And I think like Garland went to the line, or someone went to the line. No, it wasn't Garland. He didn't play, but someone went to the line, and I turned it off. I'm like, oh, okay, they tied it up. And then I see him like, what the heck happened?
Yeah. Halliburton, dude. 2 straight games.
Yeah, when Donovan Mitchell has 48 points and you lose, 36 to 21 fourth quarter for the Pacers. That was pretty much the difference, outscoring them. That team, everybody took them lightly. They just keep winning, and they just keep spreading the ball around with their scorers again. All 5 guys over double figures scoring.
Yep.
Benedict Mathurin at 19 off the bench. They're a solid team.
Yeah, they're looking pretty damn scary if they can score like that.
And that's going back to Indiana now.
Oh shit.
That is
I don't know, man.
tomorrow in Indiana.
That'd be crazy.
Because now all
That'd be
Indiana has
crazy
to
if
do
the
is
Knicks
split,
win.
right? All Indiana has to
Yeah.
do now is split at home.
Yep.
Which is definitely capable of splitting.
I think they're gonna do it.
Shit, they could sweep them. What do you think about a sweep?
I think that would be horrible for Donovan Mitchell's credentials.
Yeah. What do you think about
That's
I think the Kenny Atkinson got named coach of the year too, so you can't
Mhm.
go out on that. Being 64 and 18,
Yeah.
coach of the year, you got all these great players and you get worked in the second round, swept
Yeah.
possibly.
You just breezed into the second round like it was nothing, and then you're just gonna get the shit beat out of you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many more points Donovan Mitchell's got to score. Has he got to score 60 for them to win?
Yeah, they were missing a lot of shots, man. He was doing well, but I don't know.
They don't.
Sucks though.
I mean, they're just supporting cast. Like Ty Jerome and Dean Wade, they only had 5 points combined, and then it was pretty much Jared Allen, Max Strus, and Donovan Mitchell because Garland still hasn't played,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of scrutiny over that too. He's got sprained toe, and he hasn't played,
Interesting.
which they're pretty much telling you got to get your ass out there and play. It's playoffs.
Yeah, don't they have things to like just inject in there so where you don't feel it for like 3 days?
I mean, at least for the game, right? Come on, it's
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, just be a drug addict until you guys win the finals, dude. Just keep injecting that shit over and over again.
What if they inject it and it gets too puffy and you can't put a shoe on?
Deal with it later.
Yeah, get your ass out there, right?
Drain it and stab him again. I don't know. You gotta be out there. Deal with the toe later. Chop it off
Sounds
if
like
you
you
have
need
to.
to.
No more spraying.
You need to talk to the Cavs medical staff. I think you're onto something here.
Yeah, just cut the toe off. Throw,
I like
throw
it.
something on there that resembles the toe. Tape it up. Let me get out there.
I like that plan. I do.
Yep. Foolproof.
Over to the West. Thunder Nuggets. Thunder got destroyed game one. Not destroyed, but they got beat game one. Well, they lost by 19. No, that's not the right game. What am I doing here? Sorry. Lost by 2. Jokic had that 42 and 22 game. That guy's fucking nuts, man. He just keeps putting up these numbers.
Like video game numbers.
They yeah, so 42 and 22 for Jokic. Gordon had another good game, 22 and 14. Murray had 21. Russell Westbrook had 18 off the bench.
Yeah, buddy.
But not enough. Well, it was enough that game.
Yep.
Gilgeous had 33. They had a pretty good scoring starting five for Oklahoma City. Caruso had 20 off the bench, but nothing really else from anyone else. And then game two, they just destroyed them. Oh my God, what was it, a 40
Yeah,
point game or something like that?
yeah, something stupid like that. Not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, they 149-106. They were out to a 45-21 lead in the first.
Jesus.
And I think they just said, you know what? We're going to win this fucking game regardless of what happens. They came out and they were on a mission.
Yeah, it's like they woke up and they got angry.
87 points in the first half. I think they said that was a playoff record, I think, for first half.
I mean, I would think so. I would
87
think so.
in the
That's
playoffs.
insane. That's insane. If they are really that much better than Denver, then everybody else is fucked. Because Denver would have a great chance against every other team in the league, East
Yeah.
or West. But if OKC is truly that much better than them, then like they're winning it all.
That's got to go back to Denver now. And I think the only good thing the Nuggets got out of this game is they didn't have to play all their starters very long. So they could rest a
Yeah.
little bit. That's about the only
Yeah.
positive you can get out of that game.
Well, I mean, when one of your players gets 42 and 22 or whatever the hell it was, it's just you got a good chance of winning that game.
Yeah.
How many assists did he have?
8.
We almost had a 42-point triple double, including
Yeah.
22 rebounds in a playoff game. That has to be a record. That or like just
42
an
and 22
insane
is,
stat line.
even in a regular season game, that's nuts, let alone in the fucking playoffs.
In any type of NBA game. Yes, that is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, 15 of 29 shooting, so it's pretty efficient. 10 of 13 from the line. So yeah, pretty efficient game there for Joker.
Yeah, he's a video game character.
So they've both taken their punches. Denver punched first, Thunder punched back. They're even now, 1-1. Got to go back to Denver. That'll be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, after the Pacers Cavs game. So excited about those two games. Cleveland's got to. Cleveland's got to win one here in Indiana. I mean, they can't get swept.
No,
And
no.
Wolves and who the hell are they playing?
Golden State.
Golden State. Yeah, Jesus.
Yep.
They was not good. Steph Curry got hurt in the second quarter, went out, and the Wolves got outscored 26-11 in the second, thanks to Jimmy Butler, Buddy Hield. They
Yep.
carried the load, and Anthony Edwards shot horrible again. In that game, he shot 1 of 5 from 3, 9 of 22. I think I think as a team, the Wolves are like 7 of 65 or something like that from 3.
Yeah, something like that.
And Edwards had 23 and 14, but nobody really did well for the Wolves. Defense of Golden
No.
State they're very improved once they got Butler. I mean, we knew that going in, but I didn't think they'd be that good. Draymond Green he played pretty good defense.
Yeah. I think what's interesting too is like it really showed. I mean, game two is a little bit different because, they're playing pretty well. But if they lose, I mean, in game one, it looked like the moment was too big for them. Like, there's no reason
Yeah,
why
you could say
they
that.
lose, especially somebody like Curry. Like, you can't not go against him and win
Yeah,
or and lose. Sorry.
it just
Like,
seemed
you
like,
have to win if he's out.
and they just kind of just skated by. They just stayed ahead. The
Yeah.
Wolves made a little run, but then the Warriors would just stay ahead. Wolves would make a run, and like once again, the Wolves started out slow, like they have all playoffs. And if they're not making their shots, they're in trouble because we saw that in the loss to the Lakers, how bad they shot, and now we've seen that in the loss to the Warriors. If they shoot
Yep.
terrible, that's a problem with the Wolves. Not just this year. It's been like that the last few years. They get too shot happy, kind of like
Yeah.
the Tatum mentality. They just want to shoot threes. They stop being aggressive, and they're not going to the line. And
Yeah.
when you're off, you're off. You're not going to win a lot of games making 7 out of 73s. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like eventually you have to give up on that whole strategy and just do whatever else you can because that's not the only way to score. Obviously,
Yeah.
like
I mean, there
like
is
you
no
have
mid-range game in the NBA nowadays, is there?
doesn't seem like it.
I think we, I think we were counting out like what the four guys that did it, that do it now: Leonard, DeRozan. I can't really think of any other like mid-range players.
Like Kyrie,
Yeah, Kyrie. Yep. Uh yeah, that's there's not a lot of handful of guys left anymore. It's more of just a three or a dunk type of league now.
yeah,
I think scoring increased, but I think the amount of threes have drawn a lot of fans away from the game nowadays. I think they just don't want to see just three, 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 three. They want to see like the essence of the game, the jump shots, how you can your first step, how you can get to the hoop, go to the free
yeah,
throw line. A couple people that I've actually asked, they say they don't watch the game anymore because it's just same thing every time down.
yeah, yeah. That's why I don't like watching the Celtics, honestly.
That's pretty much their
It's
game.
just
Just threes,
it's
threes.
just so forced. Like, yeah, they have success with it, but it's so forced, man.
It's kind of
It's
like,
more about volume than shot selection.
yeah, it's not like I compare them kind of to the Wisconsin Badgers. So the Badgers don't necessarily shoot a lot of threes. It's just they have a boring offense. They take all the time off the clock. They just pass the ball
Yep.
around. They don't do anything with it. Or like the Celtics, they'll just kind of run around and then shoot a three.
Yeah.
It's like to a lot of people, it's just boring.
Yeah.
And like the
Yeah,
college
but
game,
watching.
they actually have like plays and stuff they do.
Yeah. Yeah,
At
that's
least it
true.
seems like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I make the conscious decision all the time to just not watch a full Celtics game. I'll just catch the highlights and I don't need to watch them shoot that many shots. I don't. Like not that many threes anyway. It's just ridiculous.
Let's see. What did they shoot yesterday? They shot 10 of 40. Yikes.
Yeah. I don't
In
like the
game
whole
two.
shoot it if you're open mentality, man. I'd rather go for a better a better shot than that all the time.
Yeah. 15 of 60 in game one.
It's
Derek
terrible.
White 5 of 16. Tatum 4 of 15. Jalen Brown 1 of 10. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different. The game has changed a lot, definitely from when I was a kid playing.
Yeah, your two star players are shooting a combined like 25 threes.
Yeah,
That that's not good. You convert half of those by driving a little bit or shooting a mid-range shot, you would probably win 10 more games, 12 more games.
yeah. Over 60 of the 97 shots were threes. So they had 37 shots that weren't three pointers. And
Yep.
how it doesn't show on the stat sheet. But how many of those you think were dunks or layups?
I
Probably a
mean,
bunch of them. That's the Celtic brand of basketball, though.
it's terrible. Terrible.
So the Wolves are up 78-63, almost end of the third. Golden State did jump out to like a 8-0 run in the third there, but now it's gonna be an interesting series to see how Edwards. I think he's playing, but injured ankle. Curry's out through I think game
Yep.
4. We'll see
Yep.
what happens there. He's gonna get reevaluated, but I don't know. It's probably iffy, don't you think? Hamstring injury for the first time.
I think he'll be all right.
You think he comes back?
Yeah,
I want him to come back because the game's better with Curry playing.
oh, absolutely.
You know,
But yeah, I think he'll be back for sure.
you don't want injuries, and kind of sucks for him to get injured. All these Wolves fans, oh yeah, Curry's hurt, we're gonna win. It's like you don't know that because we're already down 1-0 without him, pretty much for a whole half.
Yeah,
And you'd rather have the Wolves beat everybody who's healthy.
yeah, yeah. Because
Or
it's just gonna hang over their heads. Like the
yeah,
only reason they won is because Steph was out.
yeah, you can't have that excuse the whole time, right?
No. Yeah, we'll see. But at least they're playing better tonight. That would be their saving grace for sure. Because
They
yeah,
haven't
if
hit.
they drop,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd
they
be
go
bad.
0-2 to Golden State. They got to pray to win one game in Golden State, right?
Yeah,
And still they'd be down 3-1. So yeah, they got to win tonight. And they got to. I almost say they got to win both of them in Golden State.
yeah, yeah. They'll be all right. Up by 20. End of the third quarter. I think they're good.
So let me throw this out here for you.
Uh,
Let's just say the Wolves win tonight, right? 1-1.
mm,
Let's just say they take two in Golden State, up 3-1.
okay.
For sure Curry comes back for game 5, right? Or do you
Yep.
think what if they evaluate him and say, "Oh no, you're iffy. I don't know if you're going to go." You think he still pushes to go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What does he have to lose?
They got to tell Darius Garland that. Get your ass out there. Yours is just a toe. Curry's
Yeah.
is practically his whole leg.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's what the playoffs are all about. Everyone's injured pretty much. Everyone's got something going on. You just got to play through it. The off season is when you get to take care of it.
Yep. Give it up a Toradol and get your ass on the court, man.
That's right. That's why they make. That's why they make pain pills, right?
Yep.
You remember Brandon Miller
Yeah.
for Alabama and the
No.
Hornets?
Yes.
He testified he was almost shot in 2023. Did you see that article at all?
No.
So he was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He was almost struck by bullets fired into his car during a 2023 shooting that killed Jamea Harris near the Strip in Tuscaloosa.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he appeared as a prosecution witness in a capital murder charge.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know why it's unresponsive here. I'm trying to read the article and it's blinking at me. Their former teammate was arrested. Uh, Michael Davis. Crazy, I didn't know that. He was wearing a black suit with a white button-down shirt. It's the first time he spoke
Damn.
publicly about it. Was today.
That's crazy.
I mean, can you imagine that in 2023 and you've been playing basketball for 2 years and you have this thing hanging over your head you haven't told anybody
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. That's wild.
It's just too bad he's got to be on the Hornets. That team is awful.
Yeah. And I'll be winners.
Uh, what else is going on in basketball? Got anything else you want to add for basketball?
I think we got everything covered.
So let's go over the series. So you think Celtics Knicks? Who are you going to take now after what's happened the first two games? You gonna stay with the Celtics? You gonna take the Knicks? What do you think?
I mean, logic still says you go with the Celtics, but if they're playing this badly, then yeah, you might have to go to the Knicks. So I'm gonna say the Knicks, honestly.
Yeah, Cleveland could very well be done. Definitely.
Yeah.
What about Cleveland? What are you doing there?
Pacers.
Pacers. You almost have to because of how hot they are right now
Yeah.
and how well they play down the stretch of games. It's hard to
And
bet against Indiana right now.
they got closers, obviously. So dudes show up in the fourth quarter. That makes them you can't count them out, no matter how much they're down. I mean, they can come back.
And in the West, you going OKC or you going Denver? You gonna? I think I'm gonna stick with OKC still.
I think I've been on Denver train, so I'll
You
say
going
Denver.
Denver? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the series is back to Denver now for two.
Yep. Yep.
Those would be two pivotal games for the Nuggets. If they win both of those, they'll be sitting pretty good, up
Yeah.
3-1.
Yep. So
And
I'm
then
going
if the
Denver.
Wolves win tonight, what do you think? Wolves Warriors?
Still think Warriors.
Yeah. And seven,
Yep.
6, 5.
Let's say 6.
All right. I'm gonna say Wolves in 7,
Okay.
just because I kind of have to.
We'll see. We'll see.
You want to jump over to the NFL? A couple of things there.
Um, Honestly, have not paid too much attention, but I know that Dallas got what's his name? Pickett.
Yep. So CD Lamb is pretty
First.
hyped. He says they can't double both of us.
Yeah, but we're still the Cowboys.
Exactly. They're still the fucking Cowboys, right?
You can get as excited as you want. You could have Jerry Rice, like in his younger days, walk onto your team. You guys would
Yeah.
still suck.
Yeah.
Like
Prescott will get
like
hurt
you'll
or something will happen.
or you can just as well put up, 50 points a game, kick everybody's ass, go like 13-2. But then there's the playoffs.
You know
So
what will happen in the playoffs, right?
every single time. And if you make history and win in the first round, then you're gonna lose in the second round. That's all there is to
Yep.
it.
What do you think about Jadeveon Clowney? Do you think he has anything left?
He's been in the league for a while.
Well, I was asked because he got cut by the Panthers. He might be good on like a 1-year deal type thing.
Maybe, but I don't know. I think he's probably at the end of his career. He's been in the league for 14, 15 years, something
He's
like that.
30. Yeah, he's 32 now.
Okay, so my math is off, but he's been in the league for a minute.
He was due 13.775 million, so they got rid of him, and he's his second year of this 2-year $20 million deal. So, oh, that's right. They got Patrick Jones from the Vikings. I forgot about that. He went over there to Carolina. Carolina's still gonna suck ass though, right?
Yeah, who gives a they could have Jerry Rice too, and they would still be ass.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. Who got oh, it wasn't them that got Travis Hunter. It was Jacksonville, right?
Jacksonville. Yep, and they released Gabe Davis, another wide receiver. Remember, he was so hyped. Was he on Buffalo for a while? Gabe Davis,
Yeah.
is that the Buffalo dude?
Yep.
Yeah, so they cut him. Let's see.
Like
It's still Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram and Travis Hunter. I don't know. They're still gonna suck too.
yep.
Jaguars will
But
be bad. Texans will probably be a little better.
yep.
Giants will still suck. Panthers will
I
still
don't know.
suck.
Yeah, we'll see.
What do you think about the Saints? Think they'll still suck?
Who did they get? Because they had
Well,
a
I
very
know their
good draft, right?
quarterback can't play anymore. Carr.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't remember who they got. Wasn't it it wasn't Jackson Dart. That was the Giants, right?
I think the Giants traded up for him. Yeah.
I
Let's
don't
go to
remember
the
who they got.
Saints.
I think they got somebody pretty decent, so they could actually be decent this year.
So far they didn't add a quarterback unless they drafted one. Did they draft one, you think?
I thought they did.
Spencer Rattler, still technically on the depth chart. Let me see who they drafted. Yeah, Derek Carr doesn't even know if he's going to play again. He's got that
Shit.
nasty shoulder injury. Oh, they picked that Tyler Shaw from Louisville.
Oh, is it? Yeah, Chef, I think.
Yeah, in the second round.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they're going to go with him, but that's who they picked with their second pick. They picked the offensive tackle, Kelvin Banks. So they're trying to protect the quarterback finally this year. They don't want him to get killed.
No, that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works.
How'd you like your Cardinals?
We'll see. I mean, I don't remember off the top of my head who we got, but
They still got Kyler Murray though. He's like 5'2".
yeah, that's why I wasn't really super excited about our draft. I was like, man, we still have Kyler Murray.
You always got that hanging
So
over your head, right?
yeah, so like, what am I gonna be? I'm not gonna be too excited about it, you know?
Let's see, who the hell did they get? They got Walter Nolan. Who the hell is that?
I have no idea.
D tackle
This is
from
why I
Ole
don't
Miss. Will Johnson, quarterback from Michigan. Another D tackle. All defense and a one guard. Damn, they went defense heavy.
Yeah, I guess they think our offense is good enough, or they have a different plan. Who knows?
They think that Kyler Murray offense is going to be rolling, huh?
They're investing a lot in it, so yeah, maybe this is the final pieces they were looking for before they're like, yep, he might be the shortest quarterback in the league, but we got the biggest, baddest motherfuckers to protect his little ass and to wreck the other team, so
Kind of what the
that should
Vikings
win us
did.
games.
They kind of took the Eagles' strategy, getting
What do you mean?
a really good offensive line,
Oh
with
yeah,
a decent quarterback, and then just building around that. Vikings have got like 3 offensive linemen in free agency. It'll never work though. It's always good on paper till they start playing, and then people around here get so excited, and then when it happens, they just fucking suck.
I thought they were going to the Super Bowl, man. I gotta be honest. It was looking
Last
like they
year?
were. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, you forgot they still had to play in the playoffs. Something they can't do.
I really thought they were going. Sam Darnold defying, you know, exceeding everybody's expectations with his play.
Yeah, now we got a
Everybody
huge
going into
deal.
the season was like Sam Darnold, like that's who we got as our guy, Sam Darnold, and then you had
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 analysts going on, I spent a day with him, I saw him throw, he's pretty good, and then everybody was like, shut the hell up, he sucks.
Well,
So,
when it really counted, he did suck.
yeah, well, there's that.
Now he's out in Seattle getting big money. I think the Vikings. I think
Yep.
they play them this year in Seattle. That'll be fun. See what they do with that.
Yeah, but has Aaron Rodgers signed with anybody yet?
Who's that?
Aaron Rodgers, is he with anybody yet?
He is not. He's still out there, just kind of playing
Floating
his
about.
game. You know what he does, right? You know what he does.
Just being a cloud.
I think he was supposed to sign with the Steelers twice. And he either held out one time, and then the Steelers said, "Okay, we're done with you. We don't want to play your games." And then it's like, "Oh, he's going to come to the Vikings," and the Vikings are like, "No, we don't want anything to do with you."
Yeah.
It's typical Rodgers, though. He gets late to training camp. He'll pay his fine. He'll not tell the team what his plans are, so they have to go into the draft not knowing what to do every
Yep.
year.
Yep.
Yeah, me and my buddy
Yeah,
were going over, just old defenses from Super Bowls, and that Baltimore Raven team in '01 with Trent Dilfer.
mhm.
Um, they had Ed Reed, Ray Lewis in their prime. They had Peter Boulware. They had Haloti Nada, and
Remember
then
him?
like they had nobody on offense. They had Trent Dilfer and I think Ray Rice is their running back, but I think he was still kind of young. But that was Shannon Sharp
Okay.
was their tight end,
Oh yeah, interesting.
and I just can't believe how good that defense was. Ray Lewis and
Yeah,
Ed Reed in their prime.
they were just trying to hurt everyone.
Yeah. Oh, Rod Woodson was on that team. Yeah, crazy. Some of the old
I'm not.
defenses that are out there, like the '85 Bear team they always talk about.
Yeah,
Miami Hurricanes, their team overall, they had like Jeremy Shockey. They had Ed Reed on that team. They had Bryant McKinney. Yeah,
yeah, that's
crazy.
not fair. It's not fair.
My team will never have anybody that good, even at one position.
I still remember when Jeremy Shockey picked a dude up like one-handed, and like a full-grown NFL player picked him up by his throat and just kind of threw him a little bit.
Is that crazy? That dude was.
He he picked he picked up an NFL player with one hand around the dude's throat.
That dude was fucking nuts, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he had to have been like. He seemed like he had roid rage every game he played.
yeah, he was something different.
Trent Dilfer and who's the other? Well, Peyton Manning when he won it with the Broncos, he was horrible. He had that great
He,
defense. He had Champ Bailey in his prime, and he had one of the best offensive lines in the league helping him out.
I don't think he was horrible. I think you gotta give him a little bit more credit than that. He
He
wasn't
couldn't
great, but
throw.
yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah,
was what 40.
I think so.
What Brady play
He
to
was
him?
up there.
42.
Something like that, yeah. 42, 43.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You got anything else you want to add on anything?
Mm, nothing, no.
It's like the Wolves are up
Just,
19, 6:22 to go.
I've enjoyed the latest wave of, Angel Reese hate, so that's always fun.
Yeah, what's going on with that now? Why is she in the headlines again?
Uh,
I haven't really been following the latest stuff on her.
it's just kind of the same stuff. Like,
Oh, kind of same shit.
since, since the season's gearing up again, they're, all the videos trashing her are kind of circulating yet again, because, you know,
Wish she couldn't
it's
make the
almost
layup or
Angel
whatever.
Reese's. Yeah. Oh, so many. So many.
Yeah.
Well, I guess some of it stems from she released a video not too long ago about her working on her jump shot from beyond the arc. Everybody's like, you could barely drive the ball and put it in the basket, and you're bigger and stronger than everybody else out there. You can barely do that. So like, why the hell are you trying to work on your outside game when your whole thing is like inside and playing defense, and like you're mediocre at that? But then you're gonna sit here and shoot a bunch and start practicing a bunch of threes, like for what?
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you
So
practicing threes?
yeah, I mean, if she starts like making them at a crazy clip, then everybody's wrong. But I haven't seen it so far.
I did see Indiana playing Brazil. Caitlin Clark. It was like
Yep,
105 to like 42 or something like that. She hit one from like half court. She just like pulls up, normal
yeah,
shot, swishes it.
yep,
Like, okay. And then I look at the score. Yeah, like 105-42.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. Watching her is like, I think it's, I think it's really good to have somebody like her in the WNBA, especially at this point in time. because it was already growing in hype and growing in popularity before she kind of hit the scene, and then as soon as she hit the scene, it just completely like obviously exploded.
Yeah.
But I think it's like definitely important because she's not just like a good female basketball player. She's she's a good ass basketball player. Like
Yeah. She is.
you can't sit there and say, "Oh, she's only good because she's a female." Like, dude, she's she's fucking good.
She's marketable too. She's good for the league as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I know the thing about like male versus female sports, it's like, okay, well, we want to level the playing field, then, if whatever NBA player she was going against was the WNBA player's equivalent of that, she would smoke him.
Yeah.
Or if she was the same size as some of these NBA players that are saying, oh, she couldn't deal with the physical, she would destroy you guys.
Yeah.
You put that talent in a bigger, stronger body, like she's just working with what she's got. But a
Yeah.
bigger, stronger body, dude, she would be it would be so dumb the
Yeah.
things that she would be doing.
Yeah. She's like a triple threat. She can pass. She can dribble. She can shoot. You know.
And her passing ability is absolutely absurd too. It's like
Yeah.
it's like watching Steve Nash if Steve Nash would have taken more threes.
Yeah. Yep.
Like
I
she
like the comparison.
plays so fundamentally sound that it's like it's Steve Nash with a little like a tiny bit more street ball.
Yeah.
Like just like a little dash of like Kyrie Irving here and there. But for the most part, it's like watching the female version of Steve Nash, except if Steve Nash had the green light like Curry does.
She's got the
Because
IQ of
everybody,
Nash too. She's smart.
the passing ability, like the mobility, the kind of craftiness,
Yeah.
everything. And everybody that's ever watched like Steve Nash play for long periods of time, he could shoot the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
Like just because he wasn't really known for shooting three-pointers, motherfucker could take over a game just like that. Like
Yeah.
like it was nothing. And then he'd go to shoot a three, get fouled, he'd switch to three, and then 90 something percent,
Yeah.
career free throw shooter, and he'd hit that shit too. And it's like, what do we do against? It's exactly like that watching her play. Like, what do you do against that? Like, you literally have to guard her before she hits half court.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you send two after her, she's so damn good at passing the ball that you can't even really trap her.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's almost unfair to watch her play
She's got that
because nobody
swag
knows,
too.
because she's so unique and she's so damn good that it doesn't seem like anybody knows what to do against her. It's like
Yeah. They haven't figured it out.
it's kind of like they're looking at the WNBA's Michael Jordan and they're going, how the fuck do we stop? We've never seen somebody this good before. How do we stop her?
Yeah.
So I think going back to my original point is how important she is to at this point in the WNBA. It's gonna show everybody what that next level looks like because that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like the
I just
reason
hope they can get
why,
players of her caliber keep coming. You know.
yeah, yeah. But like the reason why so many eyes are drawn towards her is because she's so unique. There's nobody else doing what she's doing.
No. She's kind of on a different level. It's kind of like her,
Yeah,
and then like everyone else, like right here.
yeah, and there's a decent sized gap in between.
Yeah.
It's not just like they're the next tier. Like they're about two floors below her.
I kind of was excited about Juju Watkins, and then she tore her ACL, which really sucked because I thought she would be good for the league. Very, you can market it. She's, good person, good
Yeah,
player.
yeah,
She's less shooter than Caitlin Clark, but a little quicker, but can pass.
yeah.
But shut all that down with the torn ACL. I thought the league could really use someone like her as well.
Watching Paige going like
Oh,
doing her
that's I
thing.
forgot about Becker. Yeah, Becker's.
Good God. Yeah, she's somebody else that's like,
She
I
could
mean,
possibly overtake Clark.
the next
You know?
that we're looking at probably our what are gonna be like the next Mount Rushmore players of the WNBA like right
Yeah.
now. I think we're watching the very beginning of that. It's like it's like watching LeBron's come up and then watching his rookie season and going, "Damn, that was impressive. Let's see what he's gonna do next." But like knowing what we know about how his career went and how these women are starting out, like,
Yeah.
dude, holy crap. Like I didn't really follow the WNBA honestly, or women's college basketball or college basketball in general until like a couple years ago when you start hearing about her.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, how good is she really? And then I watched like a couple highlight clips and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is unreal.
Especially when she was at Iowa, it was crazy. The amount of
Oh
fans
my
she brought
God.
into Iowa, what she did for that program, pretty much
Yeah.
dead in the waters. Their whole program. They get some person called Caitlin Clark. Who the hell is Caitlin Clark? She starts playing for Iowa. Now she's
Yeah.
a global, athlete.
Yeah.
Iowa, they're now at the top for Big Ten in terms of schools for women's basketball, and she has definitely done not just on the court, other things off the court to help Iowa, help the game of basketball, the communities. Yeah, she's done it all, and she's been in the league
Yeah.
for 3 years.
Uh, no, I think that was her rookie season.
Oh, was it?
Was last year. Yeah.
Okay, so in her second year, she's done all that.
Yeah.
And just think what Paige Beckers can do in her rookie year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
following right after Caitlin Clark too, where the league is already primed to like, okay, we saw that. What's gonna be the next thing? And then here comes Paige.
yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
And then the next
I'm
year, you can
I'm the
add someone
next
like
one.
Juju Watkins, add someone like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the hype is getting there for WNBA. It's good for them because they had a huge spike last year because of Caitlin Clark and you know
Massive spike.
Angel Reese, but mainly because of different things. But her feud
Yeah.
with Caitlin Clark in college kind of carried over into the WNBA. That was kind of a good storyline for everyone. And just the way Caitlin Clark played too, she just carried it right over from Iowa. It's like nothing changed.
Yep.
It's like I'm gonna cross you over, step back three. I'm gonna pull from 35, swish. Look at me,
Yeah.
and she goes like this. What?
Yeah. I love that whole debate at the beginning of the season where it was like, what's bigger for the WNBA? Like, Angel Reese having these like crazy defensive numbers or what Caitlin Clark's doing, like what has the biggest impact.
Oh
And
my
it's
god.
like you'd have some people say like, "Oh, Angel Reese, Angel Reese," and I'm like, "Dude, she's the biggest one out on the court. Like, yeah, she should be getting rebounds."
Yeah.
As like let's face it, it's a scrawny ass white girl from, Nebraska or wherever the hell she's from, like should not be doing what she's doing because nobody ever has.
And she was getting triple doubles in college. That's
Like
almost
it was
unheard
nothing.
of in college game.
Like it was nothing. Like you don't see Angel Reese shooting like that, passing like that, taking the ball up the court, like facilitating the offense. You don't see her doing that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're playing the Rudy Gobert role where it's like just shut up and get the rebounds because you're the biggest one on the court at all times.
And especially for Clark, having the ball in her hands so much, and like what she does even off the ball too is she moves a lot like Steph Curry without the ball.
Yeah.
She runs
Yep.
off screens. She cuts to the hoop a lot. So it's not
Yeah.
just her bringing the ball up. Her, off the ball, she's just as good too.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like in recent years the tempo has definitely gone up in the WNBA.
Yeah,
Like it's like watching a while ago.
they needed it too.
I I don't I don't recall the last time I saw a WNBA game that has like the same tempo as it does now. Like
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes they barely touch it. Like as soon as they get the ball, there is no thinking about a pass. It's like as soon as they touch the ball, they're haul ass into the rim. It's
yep.
like, Jesus.
I like that.
All
I
right.
like that too.
Yeah, it's
Push the
awesome.
tempo. Push the tempo. Cut
Yeah,
out all that
it's
boring
awesome.
style of play.
Yeah, it's awesome. Physicality's up, throwing each other to the ground. all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
Talking mad shit.
having Clark and Reese talk shit to each other, and
Yeah,
that's the thing with Caitlin Clark too. She talks game, but she backs it up with her play.
yeah,
You know, you
yeah,
talk shit to her, she'll talk shit right back to you.
yeah. She's not gonna retaliate or do anything like that. She's not a dirty player by any means. She's just gonna start shooting it from deeper and deeper until
Yep,
eventually there's nothing you can do.
yep,
And
exactly.
and then and then she'll pull up from half court to win the game and walk away like it's nothing because she's done it a
Yep, and
bunch
then
of
she'll
times.
just kind of go, "What? Like it's nothing, right? Like what?"
Yeah, like what did you expect to happen? This is what I do.
Yeah,
This is what I've been doing. That's why I'm me.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she's that damn good.
And it's good to have WNBA. You know, they need to step it up a little bit. Hopefully, they can have back to back spikes in viewership.
Oh, I'm fair.
And you know, with WNBA doing well, it also helps the NBA game too.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of viewerships and stuff, people want to. Caitlin Clark's obviously you can see from the ratings already added a bunch of you know excitement and positivity back to the WNBA brand.
Yeah, definitely.
And you said the likes of Paige Beckers and I guess Angel Reese too. She gets a little credit for kind of making the game a little bit better too, but it's
A
mainly
little bit, man.
Caitlin Clark.
Just a little bit. Let's not get carried.
But Paige Beckers, yeah, she might be
Yeah.
at the level Caitlin Clark or higher could be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
She's probably one of the best college basketball players ever for women.
She's up there.
Although UConn's had a lot of good players over the years.
Yeah.
You know, Diana Taurasi and uh, Don Staley. You know, they're pretty good too. We'll see. What about this cheapest Celtics Knicks Game 3 resale ticket over $600?
The
$600
cheapest?
to go to the game.
Hell no.
You're not going?
No.
Why not?
Not dude. There's so many other things I could spend that $600 on.
You could watch it for free at home on the luxury of
Exactly.
your couch or on your chair.
Unless it's the game 7 of the finals. Nah. Don't care. And
So
even then,
are you gonna come up and go to the parade with me when the Wolves win the championship or what?
oh my God. I mean, a deal's a deal. I'm gonna have to.
I mean, the only thing is if we have to go to Minneapolis, we better have bulletproof vests because Minneapolis is not in good shape right now.
Okay, well, then why the hell would I want to go? It's not a good selling point, man.
Well, we'll get bulletproof vests.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's all I need to go on
What do you think?
vacation is a bulletproof vest.
I'll have it for you. I
I
got
think I'll
two
have
of
to.
them.
I think I'll have to think about it. Let's
We'll
get
just
really,
stay
really
by
drunk before we
security
go
the whole
anywhere.
time.
That works. That
Yeah, they're
works.
up 22, 2 minutes to go. So it's going to be 1-1 going back to Golden State. We'll see how Edwards comes back. And we'll see if Curry comes back in game probably 4, I think.
Warriors in 6, man.
It's going to be Wolves in 7.
Nah.
And then they're going to sweep OKC and out of the finals.
Curry's gonna play like a demon. Just watch.
You think that Pat guy for Golden State, what the hell is that guy's name? Hold on, they're putting
Who?
this guy out here. Quentin Post and Pat Spencer. You think they're going to catch fire?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Why would you even ask that?
They only played Quentin. They started Quentin Post. He only played 3 minutes. Did he get hurt?
Maybe he wasn't doing very
I
well.
don't know. They just didn't put him in after that. He had no stats.
Well, that's probably why they took him out after 3 minutes.
Jonathan Kuminga at 18 off the bench. Buddy Hield shot 5 of 14.
Yeah, he
Draymond
needs to
Green
shoot a little bit better.
3 of 10. 1 of 6 from 3. Why is Draymond Green shooting 6 threes?
He was making them in game one,
He was. What do you have? Four of them? You make four of them?
something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. Right now it's 1:15:92. About a minute left. When do you want to do another one Saturday or Probably what's Sunday's Mother's Day.
Can we do
Um,
Saturday?
time's that game on Saturday? Probably a night game.
It's like 2 something, right?
7:30 for the Wolves. 2:30 Celtics Knicks. We could do like 9 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock your time.
Works for me.
Yeah, so we'll probably be back Saturday then. So just recap tomorrow. It'll be Cavs Pacers at Indiana, 2-0 Indiana. Thunder Nuggets, 1-1 that series is.
Yep.
Man, what they were doing to Jokic in game two. The whole series, what they've done to him. They were like tackling him. They were like punching him. I don't think he. One more thing. He brought something up that I agree with. He does not get
What's up?
superstar calls
No.
like a lot of the other guys. There's the times where he literally gets ran over down low and they don't call anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he doesn't try to sell it either.
No, he doesn't.
He's just
I
kind of
mean,
like, whatever.
5 free throws last game, and then when they won in game one, I mean, he had 13 free throws that game, but still, I still don't think he gets a lot of calls.
No, I mean, you're telling me that he can grab 22 rebounds, score 42 points, and just barely get fouled? Come on.
What if he did go to? What if he did get the calls? He'd have 50 a game.
Exactly. That's probably why they don't call him.
And then
Like, this motherfucker's too
Saturday,
good. It doesn't matter.
yeah, Celtics Knicks at New York, 2-0 Knicks, and then Wolves Warriors at Golden State, 1-1. Should be some good basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing really going on in college, right? Didn't see anything besides the Brandon
Yeah.
Miller thing. Yeah, nothing much. All right, well, if that's all you got, we're signing off here tonight. Sports Heroic Podcast. We thank you guys for coming in.
Yep.
All the viewers and everything. At Jack Skellington on Twitter. I don't even know, what is my name on there? Is it like Rouge Twins or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, at Rouge_Twins. If you want to follow us on Twitter, YouTube, look up Sports Heroics. We're on there. We're live on Kick and Twitch as well. Thanks everybody for pulling up. We'll be back Saturday, 9 Central, 7 your time out west.
Yep.
10 East, 8 Mountain Time. Let's see. 4 a.m. if you're in Switzerland.
Yeah, what other countries are you gonna pull on?
I think noon if you're over in Taiwan.
Okay.
I think I ran out of time zones.
Okay.
So yeah. So tune in
Gonna
at
go
that
for a
time
bit.
and pick one of your times and just show up. I'm sure we'll be around at some point. Look on
Exactly.
Twitter. I'll post stuff on Twitter if we're going live. And we'll see you Saturday. Thanks, Jesse.
Yep, yep. Bye-bye.